What we saw yesterday as the Toronto Raptors defeated the Philadelphia 76ers on a game-winning basket by Kawhi Leonard, what we saw from Joel Embiid was real. It just felt real. As he emotionally cried as his team was eliminated from the postseason, it was real. I've always known that Joel Embiid cares about the game of basketball. A lot of people found that out yesterday with emotion. He was crying on the basketball court. We saw real emotion from one of the game's best players when healthy. But the thing is with Joel Embiid is, when is he healthy? I believe in my heart of hearts. And by the way, I picked the Toronto Raptors to beat the Philadelphia 76ers in 5 games. I didn't believe Joel Embiid was healthy. I saw him in the Brooklyn series. He had like 1 or 2 good games, but I can't trust his body. The Raptors ended up needing 7 games, but let me make myself clear. If Joel Embiid was healthy every game in that series, I'm probably wrong about my prediction. The Philadelphia 76ers probably win this series in 6 games. If Joel Embiid is just his normal self in game 4 and game 5, Philly probably closes this thing out in 6. It probably on their home court in 6 games. You never knew what you were getting from Joel Embiid every game that his 76ers played in the playoffs. From the text messages to his head coach at 6 in the morning, letting him know he doesn't know if he's going to be able to play, and all these stomach viruses, and reportedly he's got major back issues and knee issues, as we obviously know in the past he's missed time for, already missed a season or 2 due to injuries. Now you're adding in the stomach viruses, 2 viruses at the same time. That sounds like diet to me. That's just my opinion. And we're also, we're in that territory of, Embiid, how many years do you have left playing a game of basketball? Reportedly, it's taking him 6 treatments to suit up for a basketball game. That's a lot of work to get a guy ready to play basketball. You do realize there are 45-year-old men, obviously not as tall as Joel Embiid, with the weight that he's got on him. But you do realize dudes hoop at the Y like 2-3 times a week, and they don't need 6 treatments to play basketball. Obviously, they probably ain't doing what Joel Embiid's doing on the basketball court. I'm just saying, that's a lot to get somebody ready to play basketball. I hope with all the tears that Joel Embiid laid on that Toronto basketball court, I hope once he picks himself up, I hope he takes those tears, wipes his face, and puts it into his diet. I'm serious about this. And puts it into his regimen. Joel Embiid don't look like a fat dude by any means. I would never disrespect bro like that. But you telling me your back hurt. You telling me your knees shot. You telling me that you got viruses and flu-like symptoms. That sounds like diet to me. Alright, that ain't no Achilles. That ain't no arm injury. No leg injury. Lower leg injury. That sounds like diet to me. If you change your diet, change your regimen, stop eating before games, you probably won't need to put a tear on the court. You'll still be playing. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I do my predictions. There's been 12, what has it been? Like 8 to 12 series so far in the playoffs. I've only missed on 1 series. I picked the Portland Trailblazers to lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round. I've been pretty much on the money outside of that one. If Philadelphia would have advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals, I was picking Philly to beat Milwaukee. I was picking Philly. It's a bad matchup in Milwaukee. So maybe Joel Embiid could have been playing in the NBA Finals in 2 weeks. Just saying. I hope he takes those tears. I hope he takes that emotion and puts it into his body. Gives a damn about what's going to get him over that hump. And while Ben Simmons is in the gym next door to him, working on that jumper this year, I hope Joel Embiid is in there with his trainer, working out a diet plan, lose a little weight to take a little bit of that pressure off them knees and that back. And while he's with that same trainer, I hope that trainer is coming up with a regimen and some type of diet for him that gets him where he needs to be, lose 20 pounds, feel better in March, April, and May of the NBA basketball season, and coincidentally June. And hopefully Joel Embiid comes back an even more dominant player, but not just the dominance, to to be able to sustain it and play for the bulk of a season. Look up, man. The greats like Hakeem Olajuwon, Kareem, Shaq, they have seasons where they played the majority of their games. Joel Embiid ain't there yet. That's a part of the greatness in this Hall of Fame trajectory that you're on. Can I count on you? I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Mr.Taliaferro.
Mr.Taliaferro. Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.